Hello, thank you for taking some time to view this video. I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. So the point of this video, one, is twofold, is to give you some tips and tricks you could use with your website to increase your online traffic, your revenue, your leads, and then increase your business. Then two is to use your website to compare it to a local competitor's website in the business that's ranking high in Google, and see if those tips and tricks could get in the front of the eyes of consumers on that first page of Google. So I'll talk about three things: content, backlinks, and citations. Whatever I talk about here, you could use on your own with your website. But if you want to talk about that or anything further, please feel free to reach out. My door is always open. But either way, if you leave a few lines of feedback on this actual video, that just helps me get better at making these for local businesses. All right, so let's get started. So first, content. You need anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000 words, just depending on the competition and number of keywords needed. So a keyword is anything someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So in your content, you could place keywords throughout to tell Google exactly what terms you want your website to be found for. So right now, you have a nice laid out website here, but one thing I would definitely focus on is just increasing some of the content, some of the wordings, and some of the keywords, which I'll talk about. That will give you more searchability in Google. So speaking of Google, when I type in plumbing services which you provide in Flower Mound, Texas, here's what comes up typically. So a lot of time ads comes up. Those are hit or miss. A lot of consumers, they skip over ads. Next is the map pack here with citations. I'll talk more about that in a minute. But we call these organics, which we feel this is the most important with searchability. So the goal is to be on the first page of any kind of service or area you provide. We don't really worry about the Angie's List, the Yelps, because if I'm a consumer, I want to pick a company when I need a particular service or product, a local company. So as you scroll down, you can see you're not on the first page, but you could do some things to your homepage to get on that first page just to increase your traffic and increase your leads. So you might have heard this saying, a great place to hide a dead body is on page 2 or 3 of Google. People just don't go here to search for more services or products. So you want to be on that first page right in the front of the eyes of consumers. So I'll compare your website to, and the goal is to beat, the top competitor, but I'll start somewhere in the middle. As long as we could beat this competitor here, kind of in the middle, you could be on the first page of Google and start generating those leads and traffic. So this is a tool we use. It's called Ahrefs. Does a deep dive in websites, and here's your URL right here, and here's your numbers. So on your website there, even though you have some content on there, you don't have a lot of keywords. So you only have 4 keywords that's giving you some searchability with Google. So the goal is to increase your keywords, and you could use all those binary intent keywords, plumbing services, plumbing repair, any kind of service you do, and just add that to the city that you do, whether it's not just Flower Mound, but you go Louisville, Frisco, wherever you go, and just increase your keywords to increase your searchability on Google. Comparing that to a local competitor that's ranking on the first page of Google is Reeves Plumbing, and here's this website here. So you can see, website has some quite more content, probably has some keywords in the back there, and that's what's getting them ranked in Google. But we'll see what his numbers are. So here's his URL here, and he's using 122 keywords. So that's helping him getting on that first page of Google. So very easily, you could take some of these keywords that's not on yours, that applies to you. If you go into Dallas, plumber, Dallas, Texas, that's 300 volume. You want to have high volume, more bang for your buck. That's the goal there. But you could take some of these keywords that applies to you, whether the service you do or the area you do, put it right there on your website, and start outranking him, get on that first page of Google. So next is backlinks. Let me go back to your numbers here. So a backlink is anywhere where when one's website is linking to your website. So think of it as like an endorsement. And Google uses that to build trust in your business by seeing others vouching for you. Also think of it as like a popularity contest. Person with the most backlinks wins. But keep it in mind, not all backlinks are created equal. It's important to have other HVAC services, plumbing services, drain sewage service, websites linking back to you, just as they give you the trustability with Google if like a restaurant or a lawyer's office, doctor's office website is linking back to you. It has to be relevant. So right now you're using 5 backlinks with 5 different reference domains. But comparing that to a top competitor in your area, here's Reeves Plumbing. They're using 847 backlinks, so quite a bit more, and 82 reference domains. So that's what's giving them that searchability on that first page of Google. So the goal is to get close to these numbers here. Once you get close to these numbers, your online traffic and your leads will start to grow as well. And then finally, there's citations. So a citation is anywhere where your business name, your number, and your address are shown exactly on your Google business profile. Citations help you rank in this map pack here, which is extremely important for local businesses like yourself, since these can generate huge amounts of revenue. So citations include directories like Yelp, Angie's List, Expertise, BBB. There's hundreds of others you've probably heard of. Social media accounts are great too. So the idea is that your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet. And the larger your online presence is, the more Google trusts you. So once Google sees you more often than these competitors, the more likely it is you outrank them. So much like pages 2 or 3 of Google, people don't click this button to look for more services. So the goal is to be the top 3. Sometimes there's 4, like there's 4 here, but you want to be in that top 3 in the map pack to increase your revenue as well. So once your content, your backlinks, your citations, once they all come together, you start to outgrow your competitors. And here's what you might be looking at and why that's worth it. To be here in front of the eyes of consumers and here at the top. So not sure what your margins are now, but I imagine that will generate some pretty decent revenue for you. Also, there's usually many more keywords you could use to generate more and more traffic and leads. So this is what I do. I create this video for you to help you start generating those leads online. But if you do find yourself wanting more to continue scaling as far as you want, feel free to reach out. I can help you out with that. I could help give you some more information, or we could talk about your goals. I could do the research to find out exactly what could be realistic for your business and what it might take to reach those goals. So again, if you leave me a few lines of feedback on this video, that helps me making these. Again, I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Hopefully it was helpful. Much luck in your business. Have a great day.